Welcome to Greece! Welcome guys to another vlog. And let's go eat breakfast, I guess. Today we'll be eating at this very fancy, breakfast room. We're still in a hotel, but this is extremely fancy. Let's go check out the food. On this table, you have things like juice, tea, and coffee. Here we got this man in the corner. He's just cooking some eggs. You can get some of these eggs and eat them. Just bring a plate over and they'll just put it on the plate. We got things like fried eggs and scrambled eggs, sausages and bacon. This one's called bread dipped in egg, but it's really just French toast. Then here we got all sorts of breads like cheese bread, olive bread, buns and buns, butter and chocolate croissants. This one I believe is mocha and this one is pancakes. Here we got the things like pie, cake, donuts, all the sweet sugars. Then this here is where you get your spreads like jam, cookies. Oh no, cookies not spread, but you can still get it at this table. Yeah. This is cereals. And this entire table is for Greek yogurt. So you can see all these delicious things that you can put on your yogurt. Since we are in Greece, we always like to eat the yogurt in the hotel. So this is my dad's one. Basically, put a lot of fruit and what else that? Peach. Fruit and peach into his yogurt. Pretty nice. For me, I just put cereal at the bottom. I put the yogurt, honey, and chocolate spread. Then what do you put, Mum?
Honey and peach.
Honey, yogurt, and peach.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice. Museum of the History of the Olympic Games in Antiquity. Let's go, guys! Whoa, there it is. It looks so cool. Alright, guys, so this here is the museum. It looks pretty big. Let's go inside. And then over here in the other room, we can see tons of vases. Over here. And over here, we got tons of panels to read about information of like things like Heracles, prehistoric athletes, beginning of the games at Olympia. Pretty cool. Here in the next room, you can see things that were found at the Temple of Zeus. Yeah. This interesting panel right here, the organization of the games, like states that those state sacred truths in the Temple of Hera. Well, yeah, it basically means you cannot fight or have any sort of hostility between each other. And it went on until this idiot over here, Roman Emperor Theodosius was like, I hate sports. So he decided to be like, no, I don't want. Okay. And this panel over here is talking about the preparation of the athletes. If you want to be an athlete to compete in the Olympic Games, you have to be a Greek. You have to be born free, and you also have to, your parents also must be born free too. So yeah. And also, did you know that the gymnasium derives from the Greek word? Wait, hold on, let me find it. Gymnasium derives from the Greek word gymnos, which means naked. This next room is full of marble like statues and stuff. Another room is then this next one over here is all vases and pots. You can read about these, it's very interesting. Okay, so this panel is about women and physical exercise. Women were forbidden completely from competing in Olympic Games and even entering the stadium. The women who actually went into the stadium will be like thrown off Mount Typion, as you can see here, Mount Typion. So yeah, the only exceptions were like this priestess, the priestess of Demeter Chemnie, a long-established local goddess connected with the earth and farming. Pretty cool. Another one is let's see, of Calipatera of Rhodes, daughter of the Olympic champion Diagoras and a member of the family of Olympic champions. She wanted to watch her son go do boxing, but she was caught, and she was like not actually punished because like her family was all athletes, so they respected her. Pretty cool. This here is pretty interesting. It's a chronological table of all the events that they introduced into the Olympic Games. So let's see. On the first Olympic Games, there's stadium. Then it continues down and down. You can see the other ones like dolichos, pentathlon and wrestling, boxing, 4-horse chariot races, pancration and equestrian events, horse races, boys foot races and wrestling, boys pentathlon, which was discontinued for reasons, I guess, boxing, race in armor, must be hard, a peen race for chariots drawn by mules, that's gonna be hard, mules or donkeys. There is race for mares or horses too. A peen and a cockpit discontinued, so the horse races, mules and the mares were discontinued, so no more. Competition for heralds and trumpeters, race for chariots drawn by 4 foals, race for chariots drawn by 2 foals, a Christian event for the foals, and boys pancration. So that's the chronological table. They have a lot of discontinued events, mainly being boys pentathlon and the horse races. So this here is the panel about the champions. I'm sorry if I'm kind of bored, but it kind of interests me. So basically, this is what happens when they win the games. Okay, so let's start. The athlete who actually, the wild olive tree was a high, like those like crowns, the sacred wild olive trees. Now they'll put them on the head, and they'll actually be like the highest honor that could be for a mortal. So it's just us. And then over here, first they will record the name of and the list of the Olympic champions, and they will store it in this building called the Boletarian at Olympia. And yeah, they can be put into statues and stuff. And after that, when they get their prizes and stuff, they will sacrifice stuff on the altar of Zeus, you know that one. And then they have a celebratory banquet, which is a dinner, by the organizers. So yeah, pretty cool. Then when the champions return to their native cities, they get like a ton of awesome things, like pretty cool. And they were also they rode into the city with a 4-horse chariot, and then people of the city would demolish a part of their fortification walls just for that purpose, so they could just ride in. And then the champion with his his olive branch would just give it to the patron deity of the city on whose altar he offered a sacrifice, so he has to give a sacrifice. And also after that, he gets a lot of privileges such as free meals, exemption from taxes, means he doesn't have to pay taxes, and he gets the amazing seats in theater and festivals and games. And poets also wrote poems and hymns for him, so it must be nice to be a champion. Remember the story of the champions? Okay, so this guy, he came back home, he just demolished the wall and all that great stuff. So then some guy, he made some sort of mosaic floor for him. It's pretty nice. It's dedicated to him to commemorate him. It's pretty cool and very, very old. And also things like prizes like these, like tripod pots and leaves, pretty nice. These coins that you see here are many coins that were made in the Olympic Games to commemorate the Olympic Games, yeah. So a lot of shiny ones like gold, silver, pretty nice. And again, sorry if I'm too boring, but this is about the Pythian Games that were held at Delphi. You went there a few days ago. So basically it was held at Delphi, and yeah. So then Apollo came, he wanted to find a place for a sanctuary. He came to Delphi, killed a python, a snake that lived there, and became indisputed master of the area. The god brought with him his sacred plant, the laurel, from Tempe, where he had served to secure expiation, and used it to make the wreath awarded to victors. Wow, so the Pythian Games and the Olympic Games are different. The sun will be awarded by him. It's pretty nice. Things like music, as Christian games, as chariot races, they were made famous here. So this one was the Nemea and the Nemean Games. This is another games. It's not actually very important, but it's still a game that people like to do. So yeah. It was founded by Heracles to show his gratitude to the gods for helping him kill the Nemean lion. You know. So yeah. It was found in a sanctuary of Zeus in the vaulted underground tunnel, which athletes coming from the temple of Zeus entered the stadium. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Zeus had his own stadium, and they played the Nemean games there. This is the Mycenae game. So this one was in Athens, you know, Athens. It was to commemorate the goddess Athena. And yeah, there are two types of Mycenae games. And the first one being held every year, and yeah, the Lesser Panathenea and the Great Panathenea, which were organized every 4 years. So yeah, they would do things like javelin throwing, horseback throwing, wrestling, running, dance, torch racing, and rowing. Yeah. This is an entire room dedicated to materials and the items that they used in the games, like running, javelin throwing, discus throwing. So they are all the items and statues here. So in the running games, this is the starter plate. This is where you would start your games. You just like stand here and ready, set, go, and boom, you'll just have to fly across somehow.
No, you cannot fly across in a running spot as it is impossible against the law of physics and you might hurt yourself trying to do so. Do not attempt to do this as it is just a metaphor.
So these things here are discus. So this were used in the discus throwing games. And these ones are the javelins. They can be also used in the javelin throwing games. Most of this stuff is about wrestling statues, and you know, they just wrestle. And for some reason in boxing, you get to use these hand shields. Pretty cool. So this one is about equestrian games, so for horse races and stuff. Then on this side is for chariot races. So like you see that circle-y thing over there? Apparently that's for the chariot. Here's quite a famous statue. This is a statue of a discus thrower. He's getting ready to throw and yeah. So this little room here is about for the boys' game, so it's for little kids. The boys' games had these things like foot races, wrestling, and boxing. Boys will be boys. So these items over here were used in racing in armor, so that's pretty cool. Basically, people would race in armor with these helmets. Hi, Dad. So they were racing these helmets and these like armor, like sleeves and stuff. And they would also have to carry this humongous shield. That would be impossible for people these days. So this here they have a chronology of what Olympia looked like last time. This was during the 6th BC. Not much around, just the stadium, treasuries, and the Temple of Hera, and the bathhouse. Then over here is during the 5th to the 4th century before Christ. So here we got the Temple of Zeus already. Wow, that's cool. This one's to the 4th to the 1st BC. As you can see, some things have changed. But there's a Delos and a huge gymnasium, as you can see, pretty big. There's got a pool there, just for bathing. You have the stores over there.
This one is
This one. I'm sorry you guys can't really see the window that's above us is putting a lot of light to there, so let me see about the other one. This one is the 3rd to the 4th AD. As you see, some things were removed, some things were added. As you can see, like these rooms, Emperor Nero's houses, I guess. And then over there is the Clover guest house, the VIP house. It's pretty cool. As you can see, the old fountain is also added. Yeah, the 7 Echo Hall, that one over there. Then this one over here is the fountain. You see that? Then over here, as you can see, the gymnasium is losing some pieces, like this one wall over here. I don't know where it went. And this wall over here too. Don't know where it went. But yeah, this is what it looks like. And this is what it last looked like. Okay, guys, we're done. So now we're going back to the car. Alright, guys, we're going to be taking the highway back to Netflix. Not actual highway, just the high up in the mountains way. crossing the Erimantos River. We're just in the jungle, just trying to get through. Whee! Wow, this looks nice.
Small river.
Small bridge too.
Go up in there.
Oh,
Oh,
You're up there, so welcome to the regional one.
mythical purple piece.
are we going up there, Dad? Let's go. As you can see here is an olive tree. My mom's gonna, you know those wreaths like the Olympian games they like put on their head? Yeah, my mom wants to pick some olive tree branches so we can make one.
That's all the cuts.
Well, it's gonna be hard. We don't have a parachute. Oh, she got one. Alright, alright. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna start making some. We're not exactly sure how to make them, so when we get to the hotel, we'll just Google it and just find out. Then maybe you can see it. For now, we're just gonna continue driving. Alright guys, so right now we're just passing through this town. It's pretty cool, pretty neat. Wow guys, look at that. You can see the whole place from here. Wow, it looks pretty modern from here. You can see a few buildings that it looks pretty nice honestly. We're going across another bridge. Yay! Yay! Okay, let's go.
The car.
For some reason,
The sheep, oh my god.
for some reason, there's a horse in the middle of the road. Why? So much sheep. I can smell so much poop. Sheep. The sheep poop all over the road.
No way.
So here we're passing by this village. What's it called that?
Sana.
Timit Sana. I see. Alright, let's go drive through it. Okay, now we're just driving through a little town called Stimnisa. This is the third village you would encounter if you take this route. And the last one. And it seems so big. Oh, it's nice.
Is it famous for?
It's famous for blacksmiths and gold casting metals and just all.
Metallurgy?
Yeah, metallurgy, basically that. You know,
Blacksmithing.
yeah, anvil, tongs, hammer, that stuff. You know, those tools that make iron, gold, jewelry, that stuff. You know,
You know.
and they got special schools in this town for metallurgy, so little children can come and learn how to make iron things. It's a pretty cute little town. It's kind of small like the other two, like the other two villages. Alright guys, I said this is the last town. This one is Tripoli. It's another cute little town.
It's a big town.
A cute big town. I'm waiting for no longer up in the mountains. It's
Yeah.
just flat land now. So yeah.
One of the city for connecting roads.
Alright.
Main road or highway.
So there's a link. This town also has an A to a B. It's basically a supermarket. So we would like to go inside one and find out like what type of stuff they sell. So let's just go in. Okay guys, so inside here is the produce section. As you can see, vegetables, fruits, tomatoes, zucchini, eggplants, all that stuff. Then over here is one entire section full of chocolate chips and snacks and good stuff. Whoa, they have a lot of cheese. This here is the butcher section. Get all your meats here. Soft drinks, and then in the freezers over there we got more cheese, milk, yogurt, all the dairy products. Carbs like bread, macaroni, and spaghetti over here. Beer. And in a limited supply of wine and beer. Actually no, we saw beer just now. This is wines like and vodka, all that stuff. This, my friend, is Smirnoff Gold. One of the most actually it's only 21 euros. It's basically full of gold flakes. You can bring this to a party, it's pretty cool. Here you got chips and nachos and some more wine. Then this entire section full of shampoo and baby wipes and diapers. You know, all that health, hygiene type things. Let's go look at some other sections. I already went through this one. This here is all juice boxes and juices and Coca-Cola and all that drinks. Breakfast goodies like pancakes, jam and cereal. Over on this side you got all the canned food like soup and peas and corn. This here is all olive oil and other oils. This here is all baking goodies. This one is actually kind of mixed with some dog food, some candles, some electrical appliances, some tissues. Here we got school supplies like stationeries, pens, and notebooks. Then here is drinks like water, beer, and fizzy drinks. Wow, we got a full basket. Okay, we got outside some store-bought lunch. Here we have pork pie, delicious. Then over on this side we have fried rice. Not really fried, there's not a lot of things in there. Oh, and then over here we got roast chicken. Yum. So we're gonna enjoy our store-bought lunch, and I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, we're done with lunch, so we're just continue driving now, and we're going through another tunnel. I wonder how long this one is. How long do you estimate it is that?
Half a kilo.
A half a kilometer. Power editing. And we're out of here. Yeah. Okay, there's gonna be like 2 more tunnels. I'm not gonna put you through that pain, so let's just do it. Just normal road scenes, I guess.
it's a pool.
Okay guys, so this is the dam of Chaírete, built by the Mycenaeans. And up there, yeah, up there's the Acropolis of Tyrins. Oops, sorry for that. The house is in the way. Okay, there you can see the Acropolis up on that hill. Yep, built by Mycenaeans too, pretty cool. Okay guys, this is our hotel. It's called, what's it called that? Amalia Hotel. This place is huge. And this is the reception. It's pretty huge. Let's go take a look at our room. This is our room, as you can see, we're just walking through. A lot of closets here. Then we can, some places to put your bag. Then there's the TV. Then over here we got a bed, so 2 beds. Then over on this side it's another bed. And we'll just put our olive branches here for the time being, because you know, that's I put. And now here's some sort of great view, I guess. You can see how big the hotel is. Okay guys, so this here is the bathtub, the sink, and the toilet, and everything else. Okay, we're gonna go somewhere now, and I'll show you guys later.
This side, no?
Okay guys, so as you can see up there, we finally got to see a nice view of the Acropolis.
Chaírete.
Yeah, it's actually kind of small. It's really
That's
just,
opposite our hotel.
it's really just ruins. So yeah, we're not gonna see that. We're gonna go to Mycenae, the ancient city. Okay, so this here is the orange country of Greece, Netflix. Oranges everywhere. We just reached Mycenae. We just reached Mycenae. Pretty cool. Wow. But first, let's get ice cream. Let's go Mycenae. There's the ticket booth. So this here is Grave Circle B. It's basically a grave site. As you can see, the walls around it and stuff. Basically, it held 26 people, dead people, along with their precious goods like gold and masks. Well, actually, no, I won't tell you about that because you saw all that stuff in Athens in the archaeological museum. Yeah, like Agamemnon masks, that stuff. You know, the gold stuff. Let's move on to the other things. Okay, guys. So this here is the tomb of Attolos. This huge one over here. Next to it is the King Augustus. Yeah, you can tell this is the 2 tombs because it's marked by this one rock that's on top of the tomb of Attolos, and next to it is King Augustus. Let's go on to the other thing. This is the lion Tolos tomb. I guess they buried a lion. And let's go on to the other things here. This is the Persea fountain house. Yeah, so they found like some water tanks here, some huge water tanks. Yeah. And there's also like some blocks with sacred characters dedicated to either the hero Perseus or the goddess Hera. Oh, it's pretty big, honestly. So this here is the Cyclopean wall. It has 3 layers, literally impossible for humans to build, which is why they believed it was built by Cyclops, some giant one-eyed humanoids. Yeah, it's pretty big. A lot of big stones too. I wonder if it's actually true. Alright guys, let's continue walking up the road and then we'll see the gate. These bricks are huge. The humans definitely can't carry this. Unless if it's from Mycenaean engineering, who knows? They could have invented something cool that lifted it up. Guys, this here is the Lion's Gate. Look up there, you can see the lions, 2 lions, pretty cool. And then the doors were double doors, and they were closed by this like sliding bar. And they also apparently had a shrine. I think this could be the shrine or the guardhouse. I'm not sure, but it could be either one. Well, let's continue walking. Okay guys, this one is a granary. So it basically grinds up your greens, polishes them, then you can eat them and turn them into bread. I know you got that spray bottle, but Maybe not while I'm filming. This is the Great Circle A. So this huge circle is like similar to Great Circle B, except it's bigger. And apparently it also was used to bury royal family members during the 16th century before Christ. So here, looks pretty cool. And this is where they found the mask of Agamemnon and other grave goods that were in the Archaeological Museum of Athens. You can rewatch my videos to see what we saw. This place is incredibly big. As you can see, there's a lot of big walls. Certainly huge. And it's right next to the Cyclopean Wall also. Alright, let's go look around. Okay, as you can see, it's like one huge circle. It's all curved and curvy. You can see these huge slabs were incredibly big too. And as you can see, there are also more than one holes. There are like 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, 4 holes, which were mainly inside this one huge large hole. It's pretty cool. The guy who excavated this place called Schliemann, when he found the mask, he said, "I found the mask of Agamemnon." But other researchers said declined this and said, "No, it isn't. It's like from a different era or a different year." The Mycenaeans destroyed Troy? Oh. Oh, that's cool. Mycenaeans are very smart and, pretty cool. They had a lot of loot, as you can see. How they were able to like get all that gold for all this is pretty cool. So yeah, it's pretty big. So this area part here is just stone walls. As you can see, big stone walls. It's literally just the same to the first one, the Great Circle B, except it's used for royalty. But then it was used for other people too. So yeah, pretty cool. And that's Great Circle A. Here once stood huge houses for the citizens, and this is also where the House of Figurines was found. It's basically a house with a lot of animal and human figurines. I see. I think they're still exploring it. Okay, so up here you can see all sorts of stuff. But the places we saw just now, certain houses, figurine house, Great Circle A, B, and some more houses that are down there. And you can also see the Cyclopean Wall. Yeah, pretty cool. Behind me there's also some more old, ruined houses. Let's go continue looking. So apparently this here is the cult center of Mycenae. This is where they found the serpent figurines and stuff. I think it was destroyed later on, and then it was turned into some more housing areas, so for houses. So this here is the ramp house, House of the Warrior Vase. So I guess they found a vase which had a warrior on it. As you can see, there's some more houses down there. We saw that just now. It's pretty nice. Down there is the Lion's Gate, as you remember. And there's this ramp, so they had to defend this ramp all the time because it led up to the palace and many other houses, and probably more secret and important rooms. So they had to guard this ramp with their life. So this is the north quarter and buildings on the north slope. So basically they were just ordinary huge buildings that would look like rectangles, and they had things like corridors, courtyards, and an extensive system of drains and conduits. It was destroyed in an earthquake, but it was reused in the time. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's continue. The propylon of the palace. As you can see, there's some columns here and there, and this is that. As you can see, columns, and this is the main entrance to the palace. Let's go. So this here's the palace. Pretty cool. There was a throne room, but the entire throne room fell down the hillside, which was then reconstructed. Then there was a Megaron, where it was political, administrative, military, and economic hub of Mycenae. It was destroyed by possibly fire, and it was rebuilt again. But by then, Mycenae has lost its charm, so they decided, okay, let's move somewhere else. It's pretty big. So after the palace was destroyed, it's possible that it could have contained temples and graves and a few buildings, as they found a lot of pottery. And there are two temples, probably for Athena or Hera, goddesses. And looks like there's a path down there. Let's go down and see what we can find. That could possibly be the throne room, and that could possibly be where the throne fell. I don't know, it could possibly be there. Yeah, it was. Because it's all destructed and stuff. Well, let's continue down. Whoa, guys, look at this panoramic view. It's beautiful. So this here is the artisan's bookshop. This is where they make art. Beautiful art. Not like crap modern art. I don't like modern art. Seriously, I love old art. So guys, this is the House of Columns. It's found a ton of columns. And it was destroyed by fire. The House of Gamma. It was just a house, and only the basements of the building are preserved today. It was destroyed by fire. Wow. Many of the things here are destroyed by fire, earthquakes, most of that stuff. This is Building Delta. It's just a bunch of houses with courtyards, and it was pretty cool. There was also some staircases, which indicates there was an upper story, which is pretty cool, but it was also destroyed. Most of these things are really destroyed. Ugh, is this a toilet? This is a cistern. It's the toilets. This is the cave. I mean, not the cave, the toilets, the cistern. Can you believe that people had to walk so long just to get the poop? It's just sad. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool, I guess. Well, looks like I can't go down any further. Yeah, it is. There's a rope. Whoop, people had to poop here. That's all you need to know. Bees everywhere. Can you hear them? Bees everywhere. Must be a hive down there. And that is the toilet hole, remember? Guys, this is the northern door. It still has one door remaining. Oh my god. And there's also another guardhouse and shrine. Okay guys, we're done with archaeological site. Now let's go check out the museum. So this here is the museum. Let's go check out the archaeological museum. So this is about the House of Perseus, the Legends of Mycenae. This is how about Perseus founded Mycenae. Yeah, it's about Hercules too. It's where he performed his 12 labors to Eurystheus, his arch enemy. And yeah, this is the House of Pelops. It's basically this guy, Pelops, he just gave his brother Theseus his own children to eat, so he was given this sin. So yeah, he was just then killed, assassinated, and all that. Let me just put this here so you can read it for yourself. So here we go, the story. I hope it was more accurate than mine. This is about the Trojan War, as you can see here. So let me just show you the story. It's about the war, Trojan horse, Paris, Helen, So here is the entire story of the Trojan War. So that's Achilles and all that people. Here's in the entire room in the museum about these parts and the phases of the fortification wall, frescoes and statues and things they found there. These items were found in the cult center. Some of these are found in storerooms and other buildings, like the House of Figurines. And this is what it should have looked like then. This here is the fresco. Also, one of the world's most preserved fresco, although it was argued against, but it's still considered to be one of the world's most preserved. And it was done with haste, so it's not done properly. So you can see some were like not straight, some were like all broken. Yeah, it represented like some women, and yeah, pretty cool painting, I guess. This exhibit here is from the treasury of Atreus. So these items here were grave goods, meaning they were found inside tombs. Yeah, these are very, very nice. These ones are actually replicas. We actually saw them in the Archaeological Museum of Athens. So this is Agamemnon's mask, the famous one. So just a replica though, the original is in Athens. These items were found during the Hellenistic period, the Geometric period, and the time when Agamemnon was king, and also from the Archaic and Classical period. So you can see like vases, bronze tools, and statues everywhere. So these were trade goods. So yeah, pretty cool. There were also pieces of domestic life, things used by women, and things used in rituals and ceremonies. And yeah, this one's most of the things here are from trades. Pretty nice, eh? Up there's some sort of import trade, amber, bronze, all those things. There's also some ones like say shipwrecks. And over on this map, they were marked down places they found these items. So yeah, like in shipwrecks or like gold where they found it. Pretty nice. So this is apparently the lion's tomb. Huge. I think this is a very dome-shaped building that was just covered with dirt. I think it fell in. And there was all of the museum and the archaeological site. And yeah, the museum was kind of small because they moved most of the items to the archaeological site of Athens, Archaeological Museum of Athens. So yeah, we're done here. We're going back to the hotel to rest, and we're going out for dinner later. You know what I think it is? It's Turkish Delight. They're giving it free downstairs. So this is Pidalo. It's the #1 restaurant here in town. So this is the inside of Pidalo. It's very nice, very fancy looking. A lot of people make reservations here, including tours and travelers, I guess. Let's go see what you ordered. So this here's the kitchen. It's where they make all the delicious food. You can see the grill back there. You can see the fridge and the oven. It's very nice. Cheese with peppers and tomatoes. Really delicious. Moussaka with fries. Then over here we got rice with curry. Yum! And for our final dish, grilled octopus. This here is pork with vegetables and rice. So we got two.
With leek in wine cheese sauce.
I see. So we got 2 rice dishes today.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, and after every meal we get dessert.
Chocolate bar.
So I got a salami.
Salami with chocolate.
Salami. It's not actually like the sausage salami. It's a different spelling, I believe. It's a chocolate cake. And for my dad, since he doesn't like chocolate, somehow the guy knows. I think he got him like some sort of biscuit sandwich. Tiramisu biscuit sandwich or something like that. Well, yeah, pretty cool. Wow, guys, the harbor looks so nice. The sunset. It's very beautiful. Okay, guys, so this here is Old Town Nafplio. A lot of tourists like to come here and just walk around, but sadly we can't because parking is an issue here. So yeah. What a nice night.